All right, what is going on, everybody? All right. The top 10 most love it or hate it popular movies. Let's start. I love Screen Rant. I think they make some freaking fantastic videos. So I love listening to these. They really get me wondering about it. But it makes you think, and why do they need to have a commercial?
God is dead.
Don't need the commercial. All right, here we go.
When it comes to movies, the only thing most people can agree on is that film is subjective. No matter how acclaimed or criticized a movie is, different people are going to see it differently. Even then, most projects will have a general consensus that defines them as good or bad. But what about films that come out and divide opinions, inspiring heated debates that rage on for years? Here are Screen Rant's 10 most polarizing popular films. Citizen Kane. Widely considered to be the greatest film ever made, Orson Welles' opus pushed the art of movie making in exciting new directions, with aspects like shot composition and lighting adding layers to its powerful rise and fall narrative. It's used in film classes even today to illustrate how to tell an interesting story through visuals. But even this legendary film wasn't without controversy. Welles based his portrayal of Charles Foster Kane on media mogul William Randolph Hearst. Members of Hearst's camp saw the film as an attack and began a smear campaign to disgrace Welles' name. Before the film was shown in theaters, the filmmaker had to make cuts approved by Hearst's lawyers to avoid further offense. 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Favorite film.
An influential sci-fi epic, Stanley Kubrick's film pushed the boundaries of special effects technology, while attempting to tackle heady ideas about the history and future of mankind. The movie's supporters credit its visual poetry, memorable soundtrack, and Kubrick's ambitious vision, which worked together to create a unique experience. Despite its classic ranking today, 2001 garnered many negative reviews upon its initial release.
I knew that.
Detractors argued its slow pacing made it a boring watch, and that the story was too abstract to establish a strong connection with viewers. And what was up with that baby at the end? We're still trying to figure it out.
Definitely a think movie.
Kids. With a narrative that focuses on a group of sexually active teens
this
using
is
drugs
from
and alcohol in New York during the AIDS epidemic of the
Corinne, I
90s,
think,
it's
yeah.
no wonder kids generated as
I
much
saw
controversy as
this
it did.
film.
Critics state that the film
Spring
exploits
Breakers, I
children
hated it,
and operates more
but,
as child pornography than a coming-of-age tale.
Yeah, I
Factors
don't
which
know.
led to it receiving the rare NC-17 rating. Still, some feel that the film delivers a powerful message that's worth listening to. Director Larry Clark shot the project as a quasi-documentary, giving it a sense of raw, honest realism that made it impossible not to look at kids as a wake-up call that modern society so desperately needed.
I hated it, but
Eyes Wide Shut.
James
Kubrick
Franco
always
was the best
found a way
part
to
of that
split
movie.
opinions, and his last film is no different.
Yeah,
Fans of Eyes Wide
I've
Shut
seen
view the
this,
erotic
like,
thriller as a
twice,
compelling study of
and
the
it's
human
definitely
psyche.
a movie to
Many
think
praise the
about.
brave performances of then real-life married couple
I like to
Tom
watch it
Cruise and
every
Nicole
other
Kidman,
year.
which were considered
Because it's
risky
definitely
due to their
a think
stature
piece.
as industry
Really,
A-listers.
it's probably one of my
Surprisingly,
least favorite
Kubrick's
movies.
filmmaking techniques also drew much ire, as he chose to film New York City scenes in a studio, which limited the scope of those sequences. Napoleon Dynamite.
Really?
This indie comedy acquired a large
Really?
cult following due to
It's
its
one of my
quirky sense
dad's
of humor
favorite
and collection of
movies.
oddball
One
characters
of my
that gave
favorites,
socially
too.
awkward geeks a new group of heroes to
Really?
identify
I
with.
love Napoleon Dynamite.
In particular, star John Heater earned rave reviews, with his deadpan delivery becoming a quick favorite among fans. But that weird charm alienated a wide range of moviegoers, many of whom felt that its comedy was nothing more than unfunny stupidity. Accused of being hipster self-indulgence,
Looks like my
the
dad.
anti-Dynamite crowd believe that Napoleon himself is an unlikable protagonist, and the situations aren't all that comedic, making it hard to see what we're supposed to be laughing at. The Fountain. Director Darren Aronofsky is always trying to do
I haven't
something
seen
interesting with his films, and The Fountain represents one of his most bold
I know
efforts
it's
yet.
one of his most
Diving into heavy
controversial
subjects
movies.
like metaphysics and religious faith, the film was visually stunning and gave cinephiles something to appreciate by standing out from the crowd. Still, others thought that Aronofsky's vision was too broad for this film, which barely ran over 90 minutes. The multi-narrative style of the plot was highly criticized, since many of the transitions between time periods prevented the director from thoroughly developing the character and thematic arcs, elements that are necessary to make a work with these ambitions truly compelling. Quantum of Solace.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig's second outing as James Bond was seen as a monumental disappointment following the acclaimed franchise reboot Casino Royale. Critics stated that
I
the
don't know
quick
why
cut,
I ordered
board-style
that. I
editing
hated
made the
it so
action
much.
difficult to follow, and longtime fans took issue with a darker portrayal of 007, saying it stripped the character of what made him memorable. Not to mention, Dominic Green wasn't a great villain.
He was a horrible villain.
But in the years since its release, Quantum has acquired a segment of supporters who say it's an underrated Bond film. Craig's performance was praised, as the actor further put his stamp on the iconic spy by combining suave sophistication with rugged toughness. The depiction of Bond hell-bent on revenge also made for an interesting watch.
It sounds,
against the
it's like
backdrop
an,
of a
it's an
timely,
interesting
politically charged
story,
plot.
definitely, but
Avatar,
it was a horrible
the highest
movie.
grossing film
Really?
of all time, James Cameron's
It's a
Oscar-nominated
good movie.
blockbuster
I
in
really
comparison
like
to Star
Avatar. I
Wars
don't
after it was
love
released.
it, but
The director
it's
once again
definitely
revolutionized
overrated.
film technology with lush, photorealistic digital characters and
I know a
environments.
lot of people didn't like
Pandora
it
was an
because it was
immersive,
like
gorgeous
Pocahontas
world that we
meets
all
Dancing
wanted
with
to
Wolves.
visit, and the action was thrilling as well. That said, the film didn't suck everyone in. Many cried foul at
really long.
Avatar's story, which was seen as derivative of other films, and was told through one-dimensional characters that
It's a
were a
good
far
movie.
cry from what Cameron had delivered before. Also, that heavy-handed anti-corporate, anti-technology
Did
message.
you hear they're doing an Avatar theme park ride?
Man of
It's
Steel.
kind of like his
The
Star
building block
Wars.
of the long-anticipated
Oh, I
DC
love this.
cinematic
I
universe,
love. I'm
Man
a
of Steel
Superman
didn't
fan.
draw the same kind of
Like he's my
reception Marvel's Iron Man
close
enjoyed.
second to
Zack
Batman,
Snyder's
my
grounded
favorite
and
superhero.
realistic approach to
I
telling the
love
story
Man of
is
Steel. In
accused
my
of making
opinion,
Superman too
you know,
dark
I
and
love
brooding.
Batman versus
Stark
Superman,
contrast with
but
Christopher
Man
Reeve.
of Steel
The
is
destructive
for all.
climax
I've
also
rewatched it
led many
recently.
to
It is
claiming
my
that the
favorite
character of
of
Kal-El
the
had been
DC
ruined
movies.
beyond repair.
It's so
The film had
good.
an equal amount of supporters, who state that his portrayal of Clark Kent made him more relatable and believable than previous
Exactly.
incarnations, giving
I love
outcasts someone to
I
look
love
up to.
BVS though too.
This segment also feels that the action, while at times too much, made the film cinematic and unlike anything we'd seen in the genre before. Lucy. Luc
Hated
Besson
it.
once again
I
delivered a
was
slick and
like,
entertaining genre
Scarlett
piece with
Johansson
this Scarlett
seems like a
Johansson
really
view.
good action movie. And I was like,
The action
what
sequences were handled with stylistic
Nothing ever
flourishes
did. I hated
that only
it.
the
Scarlett
filmmaker could
Johansson
present,
and Morgan Freeman were
and the
the
fun
best
was
ones.
even complemented by some interesting studies of human intelligence and philosophical ideas. At least, that's what its supporters will tell you. Lucy also drew heavy amounts of criticism, with its reliance on the disproven 10% brain capacity theory, making it hard for some to take it seriously. Also, the action was devoid of much tension. The Lucy character simply became more and more of an unstoppable killing machine that no one could pose a threat to as she became more advanced. Those are our picks for the most polarizing popular films. Which side of the debate do you fall on? Do you think there are any we missed? Sound off in the comments below and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.
Alright, that was a really good video. I agree with some of them. I love 2001. It's my favorite film of all time. I love Napoleon Dynamite. I'm a fan of Eyes Wide Shut. It's definitely one of the most controversial movies ever made. They had a good list. They had a really good list. Like Man of Steel. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say I've seen Man of Steel again recently. I love Batman vs. Superman. I love Man of Steel. It's the best movie in the DC Extended Universe. It's really a good origin story, but I really thought this was a good video. So, post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought. And if you guys like this, like, share, subscribe to your friends. If you do not, you can kiss my ass. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.